What I've seen is that the method that Abi promotes works. It works. It's a pragmatic approach that is gehalten. There are sometimes shilas that I mentioned before have to be considered, but it works. And it's a big chiddush. It is a big chiddush. Because even Makarav apparently with children that are in pain is the only method to use. But what we're seeing today is that with certain children, it's only the Yemen Makarav, which is a big chiddush. Which is a big chiddush. You know, I want to tell you something. We hear now, every generation has something to be mechadish. Every generation has something to be mechadish. In Torah and in all levels of life. So Abi mechadish a certain chiddush in chinuch habonim. In that kind of chinuch which is painful, which is fraught with that much effort. This is a chiddush. And he's mechadish a chiddush that seems to be proven that it works. So we follow Aleichem Boch. Those to listen, Abi Fishoff is a miracle worker. He's a miracle worker. He succeeds where everybody else fails. In your situation, the price is too high to establish parameters apparently. That's why what can I say? Yes, in such a situation. You're showing them several things. First of all, that you still love them, which is very, very important for them. They don't feel as rejected as they did before. Because in the mentality of these children, when they do something wrong, or when they do something bad, and they know they're doing something wrong, and the parents express very strong disapproval, to them it's rejection. That means, like, I'm not your son anymore. I'm a disappointment to you, right? You threw me out of your neshama. You threw me out of your mind. And that's very difficult to bear. Very difficult to bear. No matter they think, if this is the way you think of me, if you threw me out of your neshama, I'm going to be that way. There's a simple logic here. It's a certain sequence that's happening in their mind. If you rejected me, if you don't love me as a son, then I'm not going to behave like your son. Why should I? So it goes from bad to worse. The moment you reverse the process and you say you're still my son, even though you did, you're going to be listening to an iPhone that has Dvarim Asur on it, let's say, and I'm going to buy you this iPhone, even though I know that you're going to do certain wrong things there. So they say to themselves, but how do you buy me an iPhone? He knows I'm going to use it for wrong things. But he wants to make me feel better. That means he still loves me. Oh, and Cain, if he still loves me, then I'm going to reciprocate. Because that which he was starving for, some nourishment, his neshama was given some acceptance. This is the chiddush that Abi has been b'chadish. The chiddush is that what he called total acceptance, and it works. This is the chiddush. And that's the most important thing. It works.
The boys in Come Home Sweet Home, they're on drugs and they're doing nothing, and mamish me'afelu ba'er. How do we do it? Every night we take them out, all good places. But once a Shabbos, Saturday night, is movie night. If I tell them to move in here and not go to a movie, nobody's moving in here. So I have volunteers that go to movies anyway, so I said, do it at least l'shem mitzvah, chaparana b'slam mitzvah, and they go once a Shabbos, they take the boys here. My volunteer called me up, and he tells me, Abi, it's shur shechalvei. My wife said, I can't go to a movie. This is what our tools are. Because if you have a 15-year-old daughter, or a boy, that's going to a movie Saturday night, and for 7 hours they're on the street surrounded by Mechalei Shabbos, surrounded by drug addicts doing all averis.
This is the easiest Shabbos to Pashma. I'm going to take my Moichazan darf man nicht because it doesn't help. Moichazan not machen again. So those are facts. Those are facts. Moichazan and punished aufziehen. It won't accomplish anything. Because all it will do is make them more resentful, more angry, and create a distance between them and you that you don't want to create. Moichazan is counterproductive. It's a Yiddish word, but it's so practical. The Techacha steht, Techacha shall be about the Shem of the Kecha, the Simcha of the Techacha. Of name Kim Techacha, look the build. Achas, look at underneath. It's something that must cause all that. If he's not an Eibush Hashem B'Simcha, there must be a hidden reason. Achas, I told you about it. What's behind it? But buying a TV is much different. But you're not necessarily, you can do other things with the TV. It's different. I think that's okay. Look away, but it's okay. If the other children in the home are part of this approach, then they are starting immensely. To make this project that Avi is so successful at, that you are so successful at, and Tomei Aleichem Brocha, for all the tremendous things you're accomplishing in difficult situations. But if it becomes a family project, it's a tremendous chinuch factor in other children. And they may not recognize it so much now, but they will. They will on a number of levels. First of all, it's a hashkafa of the other kicked up by Yiddish kids that they're learning. Then secondly, they will learn that chesed requires a joint effort. It's not only fathers and mothers, but it's a family project. And that's something very important. Why am I saying this? Because that's what you have. That one member of the family is counterbalanced sometimes by the te'elas you see in the chinuch of the other members of the family. What I've seen is that the method that Avi promotes works. It works. It's a pragmatic approach that is gehalten. There are sometimes shilas that I mentioned before that have to be considered, but it works. And it's a big chiddush. It is a big chiddush. Yimin Makarav apparently with children that are in pain is the only method to use. What we're saying today is that with certain children, it's only the Yimin Makarav, which is a big chiddush. Which is a big chiddush. I want to tell you something. Every generation has something to be mechadish. Every generation has something to be mechadish. In all levels of life. So Avi mechadish is certain chiddush in chinuch habonim. And that kind of chinuch which is painful, which is fought for Agmas Nefesh. And this is a chiddush. And he's mechadish a chiddush that seems to be proven that it works. So we follow Aleichem Brocha. So like I say, ich will mit der Eier sagen Agmas Nefesh. So we shall help mit uns auf Nachas von alle Kinder. Und ihr sollt euch dann Shabbos
This is Avi Fishoff, and I can be reached at twistedparenting@AOL.